about. Swear that things are so astounding. Wake up and feel the pain in my surroundings. Sometimes I'm in the clouds, but sometimes I'm down and out. And sometimes getting out of bed feel like climbing mountains. Tired of all that fucking self-doubting. Gotta get this weight up off my back if you'll allow me.
How you doing? This is King Hart. My man Matt Philly behind the camera. We here now with my man Dorian, who's also known as Dez Blaq, who's also a co-worker of mine. You know, I'm not gonna say where we work at or anything else like that, but he's a cool guy. And I remember when I first met him, we vibed a lot. And one day we just started talking about rap music. And he was like, you know what? I rap, I spit. You know, I'm nice. So I'm like, all right, cool. You know, and I always give people the benefit of the doubt. You know, no matter what happens or whatever they say, I give them a benefit of the doubt. And he texted me one day and he's like, yo, I got a mixtape, you know, go check it out. And so I'm like, all right, cool, I'll go check it out. And I think it was probably about a week and I listened to the whole thing. It was about 6 tracks, right? And it was very well put together piece of work, very well produced. The lyrics, everything else, like it came me like the Kendrick Lamar, Andre 3000 feel, J. Cole feel, all of that in one. So I was like, I gotta get this guy on my show because we talked about the last video. We talked about hip hop, and what we want to do is push the culture in the right way, not the wrong way. And I felt like his EP was just, it was great for this video. I'll say that. But this is Dorian. So Dorian, just give like a little background about yourself. Like just tell us well, first off, you know, tell us, you know, how we met.
Alright, so me and Art, we met at work a couple months back now. One day we were working together. Let him know about my music situation, as he said. You know, from there, that's about it.
Also Dorian, what made you come up with your name, Dez Blaq?
Okay, so originally I was just using my first name, just Dorian, which is, to me, it's still kind of dope, but I was inspired by something called the Supreme Alphabet, which a lot of people know about. They actually find meaning to every letter. So the D actually stands for divine, godly nature itself, myself. The E is for equality, which is, you know, balance in my life, you know, knowledge, handling things equally in life. Z stands for zigzag zig, which is knowledge, the wisdom to understand. Which, I was inspired by those 3 letters. Y'all are actually the first one to actually ask about it, so that's cool. So yeah, those words meant a lot to me. And the black is just that's just appreciating my blackness, you know. That's what it is. I was actually in a group originally called Black Child. It was me with a producer friend of mine, which kind of dissolved at this point. So the name was originally ELCK, capitalized. And like once the group, you know, dissolved, it didn't really feel right using that name anymore. So I kind of just switched it up with the BLAQ. I think it's dope as well.
So for this EP that you came out with, because I know me and you talked before, you said that you wanted it to be an album, but what made you change your mind?
Alright, so at a certain point I was forcing tracks, which isn't a bad thing. I can repurpose it at some point. But for this project, all those songs I had together felt complete. The one y'all got, the one that's on SoundCloud, it feels complete, but that's not the complete version to me. There's one that didn't make it. I couldn't upload it due to some copyright issues. Maybe we'll be able to do that someday in the future if I can press up some physical copies. Yeah, I had 7 tracks on there, which felt real complete to me. And, you know, I put it out. There was not really any features. There's one feature with my boy. He's doing the hook, and it was just kind of an introduction to me. The next project will be a little lengthier, but for this, it was just a good opening in my mind.
All right, so what was the creative process like for you to create the EP? What was it like? Did you like just go somewhere? Did you just turn on music and write? Like, what did you do to get into the creative process?
Well, I'm inspired by a lot of different things. So sometimes I'll just sit down and I'm like, all right, I want to write something. I'll write. I'll put some, like, I'll put a movie on, no sound. Just look at what's happening and start writing. Sometimes I'm in nature. It's like I'll be outside. I was writing the parts of the day. Finish writing the track. Actually finish the last track. But yeah, I didn't really have any set goal in mind when I started creating it. I just said, I'm just gonna keep writing and writing, and then I started formulating some good tracks. I thought, all right, I'm gonna put it together. Yeah, it started off with actually the first song I recorded was the second track on there. And from there, I just kept going.
So, just tell us a little bit about the EP. Like, what was your favorite song?
Alright, so my favorite song changes a lot. It changes a lot. Like when I listen to it, the one lyrically, my favorite one is 5:43 AM. It's my favorite one. But the song changes is real personal for me as well. Talked about a lot of different things that happened in my life within the past year or two. So, personal song. The song that actually didn't make the cut was a favorite of mine. Yeah, I love the whole thing.
So basically, like, other people who are
Okay, so basically, are we talking hip hop or just in general?
Well, let's just in general.
So I'm a regular dude. I'm ambitious. Like, I don't get complacent. Like, things aren't going right. I can't just like stick with it and go with the flow. Like, I gotta change things around every now and then. So that's one thing about me. I'm always trying something new, which I feel like is an essential part of life. Is trying something new.
You're right about that. It is. We all gotta try stuff new and be open-minded. I agree with that. So also like we talk about hip hop as well. I'm a ask you question you spoke earlier on. The world went crazy when Kendrick Lamar he brought his sister a Toyota Camry. Like, how do you feel?
Honestly, I think everybody's just overreacting. Like, anybody that feels like that's not a good gift, wow. Like, you would love to get a brand new car.
Exactly.
Like, just because it's not a Benz or whatever, that doesn't mean you didn't love your sister. Like, that's a real thoughtful gift, honestly.
And it shows like how superficial people really could be, and they don't even consciously know that. Right? She got a brand new car. She was happy with it. She posted the picture of it.
She was happy.
Exactly.
She was happy.
And it's like the little stuff like that. You just have to like sit back and realize that people are ungrateful. But also in the hip hop world, who is your favorite artist?
Currently? My favorite artist out in like actually Kendrick. Yeah. But I'm inspired by a lot of different, not just by Alright, so I'm also inspired by Drake, of course. Done something in hip hop that was unprecedented, like the way he just came into the game, really held it down for years and years, a long time. So yeah, my favorites actually changed over time, but Kendrick has been consistently my favorite since when I was in high school. So,
what inspires you?
Yeah, honesty. Drake often is considered soft or whatever, which I understand, but like, he's mad honest. Like, when it comes to puts himself on the track.
Yeah, I mean, he's very emotional, very emotional, but you within that track, every emotion that he's feeling, like he's feeling every sharing the same thing with music, you know. And it's as an artist, I can see why it can be hard, you know, to like make music like that and then also open up around other people because you're already giving so much in your music, like yourself to your music, you know. But you know.
So we want to also know, Dez, you know, tell us how old you are, where are you from? You know, I'm interested in that.
All right, so I'm 23. I'm from right here.
And how can listeners, how can people follow you or find you on social media?
All right, so I got Twitter. My Twitter is at Dez Blaq. Instagram, Dez Blaq. SoundCloud is Elevated Records. Records. Find all our music there. Posting some more soon.
And also, I'm gonna let y'all know that one of his songs is gonna be the intro for the YouTube channel.
Contrary to the belief.
Yeah, and he allowed us. You know, he said it was cool. I asked him with him, and he said it was cool. Also, we're gonna have a link in the description also for his EP as well. Like I said, this is King Hart. My man.
I'm gonna cut this. I'm gonna edit this. Talk about, you know, Little Uzi. We want to hear your opinions on. We want to go a little in depth. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm gonna chop this up. That's cool.
Saying, if you feel you want a question, ask. Man.
I will. Yeah.
Whether it's for both of us or whoever.
Yeah.
But alright. So another big thing in hip hop, we have this thing called mumble rap, right? New creation. We have rappers like Little Uzi. What's the other guy's name? The Skittles in his hair.
Little Yachty.
Little Yachty. You know, the list goes on. Right. How do you feel about it?
Honestly, I feel like it has its place. I'm not one of those hip hop purists where like, it has to be this way and that way. It's all a different vibe, man. Like, I listen to Future. I like Future. I like Uzi sometimes. I even like Yachty sometimes. They got some good songs out there.
What is it? What do you think it is that? Because I feel you. Because sometimes I like Little Uzi too.
Yeah.
I do not like Little Yachty. I'm gonna be honest. I think he's whack. I think he's corny. He does not carry the culture. He's not hip hop. Okay, right. At all, any way, shape, or form. But like the Chief Keef, like I have some songs where I'm just like I like this song, you know, and I can't help it. But it's like I feel like sometimes they do give off some type of emotion in a song, especially when you feel where they're coming from. If you're a kid coming from the projects and you ain't never had nothing, it's like something they give off, like, we here, we made it, you know? That kind of like just makes you want to like, I like this song, but I don't like them as an artist, you know? Right. But,
so you're saying the humility is not there?
Yeah, it's not, you know, it's... The thing is, you're hungry. When you're poor, you ain't got nothing, you're very hungry. You know, you do anything for it. You know, you trying to get to a certain place, and then when you get to that place, you forget where the hunger was.
So is that your argument with J. Cole and his recent, album? You're saying that now he's starting to be in that sunken place with his music, and he's not hungry anymore?
Yeah, he's in. I wouldn't really say J. Cole's not hungry. I still think he's an MC. Like, no matter what, he's an MC. Everybody knows that. But it's just the music that he wants to make, and like, I could tell somebody's telling him to do something different or do it. He's like, he really wants to do his own thing, and I feel like people are forcing him to be a part of something that he doesn't want to be a part of. He doesn't want to be a part of that crowd anymore. You know, because he's a father. You know, he's a father, he's a husband, all of that stuff, and he's really trying to live a different life. You know, like celebrities are people too. You know, they have kids, they want to raise their kids. You know?
And, yeah, man, I feel what you're saying. I'm a big J. Cole fan as well. I was in love with the last project, but that doesn't discredit his last works. You know, like I feel like a lot of his projects, his albums, his EPs, mixtape. They're dope. But that one, right before he actually dropped it, he did a documentary. It was called Eyes.
Yeah.
And he talked about it. He said he acknowledged the fact that this could be the last album could have been the beat. He said it. He recognized that himself. He said if this is the highest I'm gonna get, I'm gonna use my platform to say something that is significant. And like in a sense, that's what he did. I wasn't in love with the album.
Okay.
It fell flat, but like I recognized the messages that he had in there. He was telling a story about his boy that got shot or whatever, telling stories about his daughter. So like I could appreciate what he's doing, but musically.
Alright, so let me ask you this. So, you know, I had a conversation with some friends of mine, and we talked about classic. It does. And so, you know, the argument that we had was we were talking about Kendrick and Cole. And so I said J. Cole has 2 classics. Both of my friends said, nah, they were just very good albums. So I'm like, but they said Kendrick has 2 classics, possibly 3. And so my argument is that, you know, I'm looking at the genre of music, you know, and they're both the same type of artists that had an effect on people with their music, you know. And so to say that Kendrick has 2 classics and to not say J. Cole has 2 classics, I was like, I'm confused. I'm like, how are they not classics? And they said they were just very good albums. And then my other friend said it's too early. And I was like, but Kendrick's album just dropped and everybody's calling it a classic.
But to make it an argument, J. Cole, before he even put his first album, had several EPs, right? Classic and EPs too.
So yeah, I feel you on that. I definitely agree. J. Cole had 2 classics. He did. And he has a lot of classic mixtapes that I still listen to. But no Kendrick, I would even argue Kendrick has 4 classics.
Oh, yeah.
I would. But I understand that most people wouldn't say that. But I feel like Section 80 was amazing. Good Kid, Mad City was amazing as well. So on and so forth. I really dug the last 2 albums as well.
Who is your top 5, Dez Blaq? Your top 5.
This question. Alright, so we're talking of all time, right? My top 5 would probably have to be. I'm gonna go from 5 to 1. Number 5 is gonna be Ghostface. Number 4 is gonna be. This is a tough argument.
Yo, swear that things are so astounding. Wake up and feel the pain in my surroundings. Sometimes I'm in the clouds, but sometimes I'm
number 4 is gonna be.
getting out of bed, feel like climbing mountains.
Number 4 is
all that fucking self-doubting. Gotta get this weight
number
up
3,
on my back and feel alignment. Iron Man finna open up like Rob Downey. I be running on the beat, say la vie, I'm feeling rowdy and see where I grew up. Yo,
That's not a bad list.
I mean, that's something that changes every time. Like, if you ask me that 5 years ago, I probably right now, considering the fact they're going to
And what about you, King Heart Techniques?
Well, I'm gonna go 5 to 1, just like that. I'm gonna have to go J. Cole, Kendrick, and I just became like a real interested. Just say he put me on. Big L. Jada. You ain't put Jay-Z? It's my opinion.
See, there's always an argument with Jay-Z too, but we're not even gonna go there. We're not even gonna go there.
I mean, you can't see the cameraman, but you can tell him your top 5, you know, from behind the camera.
See, mine might seem a little bit weak, but There's some spitters in it. There's some spitters in it. See, mine is not in order by best, but I'm gonna go with Jadakiss, Styles P. I'm gonna go with Nipsey Hussle. To me, I think he has a lot of music out. I don't like his antics on the side, but I definitely lyrics wise since the beginning, the game. Um, and I'm gonna put a old head in it, but definitely Biggie.
Okay. That's a solid list.
Well, let me ask you this. So, as far as like antics, because we know like the music industry has changed so much, you know, and like you basically could be an independent artist and make it by yourself, like these days and age. And it changes, and you can just be popping off the internet. What do you think about like some of these artists that just got popping off the internet? You know, just from it, not really like barely music, but
I can't. Honestly, I can't respect it. Nothing wrong with being who you are personally or whatever, but like if you're not making your claim to fame or whatever with your music, but just your behavior, I think it's whack. People get on and their music's trash. I'm not gonna say any names or whatever, because like there's some trash rappers out there, but
there are.
Like they get on just because of popularity or whatever. And, like, it discredits everybody else, you know.
So basically, you gotta stay true.
Right.
Now, let me ask you something. Everybody always says, you know, I'm gonna stay true to myself. I'm gonna always keep it real until like actually see 50 million eyes. You know, do you feel like even now, because I'm calling the future, you know, I see him doing something
Definitely.
big. But even now, when you touch that money, do you see yourself changing, or would you try to go?
Of course, but you know, like honestly, I want to say that I'm changed for the better. I feel like that's what every aspect of life. You know, every year that goes by, even every month or whatever that goes by, you progress in life. So even if you touch 50 mil, like, should that change? Should that just? I know it changes some people, but like, I don't know. I want to say it wouldn't change. I want to say it's gonna change my surroundings and you know what I do in life, but I don't feel like it's gonna change my integrity or anything like that. I don't feel like it's gonna change the way I want to make music. I don't know if y'all know Blaq, he's like an R&B singer, but he had a track on his last album. He was like, "Oh, I don't want to do this one specific sound because if I do this one specific sound and it pops, you got to keep doing that over and over and over again." And that's what you become. You become a sound. You don't become a person. And I was like, that's like some real shit. And like, it's that type of thought process that's like, it's inspiring to me the most. Like these guys that change up and do whatever sounds trendy. It's cool, but like I can't listen to it in my free time. You know?
I got you. So now in the industry that we have now, this day and age, how do you stay relevant? How can you make your name just buzzing?
Like for me personally, the goal was not to like blow up. It's just to do this shit because I like doing this shit. I like making music. I feel like the way to stay relevant is to just like continue to be consistent. Like, you know, drop good works, good music, singles, albums, whatever. And just like leave it at that. Like people feel like you gotta, in this day and age, in the age of the internet or whatever, you gotta have a hook, you gotta have something that's gonna make you blow up, viral video. I guess if that's what you want to do, by all means, go for it. At the end of the day, it should be about the music. Like these guys, they really made it off grinding with their music. The real MCs that are like still on and have been consistent, they made it with their music. Viral, whatever.
And it's like even with Lil Yachty, because he just dropped the album too, you know, it flopped.
Yeah.
And so, you know, people now, everybody's questioning him. But I'm gonna be real, like, he never had music on the charts in the beginning. He became popular because of what? energy. You know, and this is what happened. Like, people like to be entertained more than they like to listen to music. And I was on YouTube and I'm watching this guy. He's a rapper. I don't really consider like mumble rap rappers, but whatever. But he's a rapper, and his antics is what made him blow up. And his music to me is not that good. I'm not gonna say his name, but his antics is just keep skyrocketing him to the top, and people look at him and they idolize him the same way on X. You know, XX TikTok.
Who recently got knocked out on at his concert.
I mean, he got snubbed. You know, he got snubbed. But that just goes to show that when you start talking, popping noise like that, you have to be able to deal with that. You have to hang with. You gotta have to hang with people that's gonna be able to deal with your problems. That should have never happened. I'm gonna be real. If he's a real dude like he said he was, somebody would have been set up right there. You're not just gonna run up on stage and just clock him. So I'm gonna be real. He should be mad at the people in his crew. You feel me? But my thing is this, like, keep it music. You know, like, don't cause negative energy to come to you because it will follow you and it will continue to follow you and swallow you. So keep it music. If you're a good artist and you know you're a good artist, put it in the music. Don't put it into your antics. Alright? Don't put it into your antics. The only thing it's gonna do is waste your time. And then you're gonna be broke. You know, get your money, save it, invest, get houses, make sure you make a better life for yourself and the people around you. You know, just because you got money, that don't mean you gotta go to the hood and show people that. Nah.
But then they also say with athletes, then they say more than 60% of NFL players after they retire become broke or file for bankruptcy. You know, and it shows you the importance of a lot of times of investing this money, and you know, artists really saving and investing back into the community. I think is very important too.
Well, it has to be the right teacher, you know, and you gotta want it. You know, a lot of people, when they get this money, and somebody tries to tell them, you don't tell me what to do. You know, instead of wanting to learn, you gotta be willing to learn. Keep an open mind, because at any age you can learn. You know, any age, you could be 50 and still learn something. Keep an open mind, because what you block could be your blessing or something that was supposed to be added to you because you didn't want that help. You know, let the pride go. Release it.
Yeah, man. So, yo, man, we definitely, man, are glad to have Dez Blaq as one of our first guests, man. Our actual official first guest. But the audience is asking, man, you know, they hear a great interview with you, but they want to hear the music, man. And, you know, we're definitely going to be having it in the intro, but they want to hear a quick 16, man, real quick, man. Talk to them real quick.
Not really trying to freestyle, but I'll drop a verse that I got. I dreamt I was the richest and took a trip to Venice, watched my day unfurl. Bagged a few Italian shorties, had them all in the swirl. Even built a new stew for me and the crew, just so we could go achieve what we aspire to do. And I balled at the mall to get flyer than you. Yeah, true finesse, and nobody could do it better. I strolled through the hood, blessing people with cheddar, and the fam gotta win, no matter what the endeavor. Even though a nigga only seen it in his dream, I'm trying to pave the way, it ain't as distant as it seems. I'm about to see the world and everything that's in between. It's like a motion picture when I pop up on the scene. You might hate me, but I'm here like a commercial on your screen. Niggas know I got that product, gotta see it to believe. I ain't got no clean slate, so I'm about to rinse it clean like Listerine, Mr. Clean, or that fucking Mr. Lean. Yeah. And there's more to the song. Y'all hear it. If y'all go check out the Black Tape, the EP, hear the music.
Dez Blaq.
And we're gonna drop all his info in our, you know, right underneath the video.
Alright, man, this is King Hart, Dez Blaq, my man Matt Philly. We signing off, and I always want to tell people, stay positive. You know, stay positive, reap positive results.
Yeah. I had dreamt I was the richest in the world. I bought my mom's a crib, whip, and a set of pearls. Took a trip to Venice, watched my day unfurl. Bagged a few Italian shorties, had them all in the swirl. Even built a new stew for me and the crew, just so we could go achieve what we aspire to do. And I balled at the mall to get flight in you. Yeah, true finesse, and nobody could do